This is Politics Today, hapa Science TV, hapa tunachapa siasa. How have you been? My name is Jonas Simba. Politics Today is your show. It comes to you every Thursday, 8 p.m. here on Science TV. We do our very best to bring to you current affairs issues touching on you. Politics is life. We do our very best to just ensure that you are walking enlightened so that you are able to progress. Take advantage of time. And I've brought with you the one and only Maureen Okal. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Jonah.
Karibu sana.
Nashukuru.
Maureen Okal is the director Smile na Toto. I've been with you in the other end of my show,
Yes.
Treasures of Life show. But I've noticed that many of the shows that I bring you in, you sound like you want to talk to our politicians. So that's why I brought you to this other side. Yeah, you will do very well on this other side. So I will walk with you a journey, just a bit of journey, so that we keep discussing some of these things. Harambee Stars, hey, congratulations. Ebu niambie, tell me, how are things? Feel free to tell us what you think about Harambee Stars' performance, 0111980384. Millionaires kicking football. Now they are 2.5 million. There's been the issue of motivation. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, by the way, tell me what you think about this. We've been hearing stories of our footballers, doing teasy, practice, and after the practice, they're given 1,000 bob. You've heard of that? Yeah. And they are wondering what to do. So today, are we really talking of an improvement in terms of what we are doing? You can tell me that also on my social media platforms. Blind Jonas Simba, Facebook and TikTok. Just go there, drop me some word there. Maureen, ebu anzia na Harambee Stars kwanza before we proceed.
I'm happy. I'm very happy about the performance that Harambee Stars have done.
Yes.
And I'm also very grateful to the president for the motivation.
Right.
And with the motivation, I'm also just thinking that that is a sign. That shows us very well that Kenya is capable of playing football and doing very well nationally and also internationally. And that should send a warning to the cartels.
Yes.
That Kenya is able.
Right.
And therefore, they should not sacrifice the ability of Kenyans to play football. You can imagine such talents.
And Tanzania, they're also doing very well. Another East African country, Uganda leading in their group, Tanzania leading in their group, Kenya leading in their group. Is it time for East Africa? And Nigeria is out. Can you believe it? Nigeria is out. I was almost shedding tears with them yesterday because it was a very emotional, match they had with Sudan. 4-0, and they're out. Is it that we are talking about East African time now?
Yes, Mr. Jonah, let us not pretend here.
Right.
We have always known how football has been played around with. Yani, the people responsible for our players, how they have joked. Remember, even when we talk of athletics, the person that is capable is the person that is left.
Right.
And the one that is not capable is the one that is sent outside there to go and represent Kenya and brings us no trophies. So I believe that East Africa, the players that we have, they have been good. It's only that they have been falling in the hands of wrong people.
Absolutely.
Yes. I would say that this one should show us that Kenya is well able. And I also thank the coach. Because one thing that was out about Harambee Stars and why they performed was because he had gone out, he saw who was capable of playing football and bringing victory to Kenya.
Benny
But
McCarthy.
remember, remember what happened when now he had made the selection and presented the names. Then he goes there and he finds that the names that he submitted are not the names that have been put to play. And he said that that cannot happen. If you're not giving me the people that I've seen that are capable, then Kenya should not do anything. I'm not going to work with the ones that you get.
It's amazing.
So cartels.
It's amazing
Kenya
you brought in
is
Team
able.
B against Morocco. You know, it's Team B that worked on Morocco, really.
Yes.
Because he spoke of tired legs, he saw that the Team A was tired, really. They played against Congo, against Angola, and he felt that they were tired. So he decided to bring Team B. And Team B worked wonders.
And we really appreciate, and that is why we really must thank our coach for what he did. He showed the nation that Kenya is capable. We have wonderful sons and daughters who can play football. Look at even what our daughters have been doing in football. It's not that Kenya has not been able. We are well able.
Yes.
The problem is cartels.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, the school games ended. St. Joseph's, we call them Jobo. They beat KD, Kitale Day, during the regionals, you remember? And then they sailed into the nationals. Quite a tough team with their coach, Nabongolo. Yeah, people say wherever Nabongolo goes, there is always victory. He did magic when he was in Kitale Day, when he was with St. Anthony's. And then he joined St. Joseph's, and there goes. Last year, they won. And Musingu was there. By the way, Musingu beat them last year. This year, they have managed to beat Musingu boys. Unfortunately, the East Africa Games were happening in Buhungu when these games were going on, these Chan games. So I don't know how much the games were followed, but at least we know St. Joseph's picked the national trophy. Something about our talents, you know. Look at the last time we got the likes of Aldrin Kibet, Waswa, you know, these are the people we took, and now they're playing very nicely, you know, out there. There's a disconnect in tapping of talents. You know, we are told that there are scouts who have come to scout for players. But is there a disconnect in our transitioning of talents from schools into the national teams? Or is it just that it is about exactly what you said? You know, you said something about, you know, did you speak of, you know, my people, you know, who do you know and all that? It's like you may be a very good player, but you may not, you know, look down there. You know, you saw Kesogon in volleyball, you know, doing very well. They were beaten by another team from, was it Busia? Very good talents. No one imagined Kesogon could come number 2. You know, these are girls that play very good volleyball. If you could find a way of tapping these talents, you know, are we really genuine in tapping talents from our schools?
This is what I would say, that going forward, given what we have seen, the results of how our people are playing, our children are playing in school, scouts are very sincere.
Right.
Because they would always want the best. But you also understand what the ties between the person that has come to scout,
right,
and the high affinity that cartels have for the money. So this is what, I don't know if I should say that this is what bangles
our team.
Our team.
Yes.
But allow me to say this, that going forward, this should be a warning to the cartels. That we are really not going to joke with the talents in Kenya, tapping of talents in Kenya. Remember that even in our curriculum today, we are talking of curriculum,
CBE.
we are talking about CBE, where talents are given very serious priorities.
Yes.
So it is not going to be business as usual. And the time for cartels to just mismanage talents in Kenya has come to an end, and we must be very serious. The president has tested it, and has shown us that with support,
right,
with love, with encouragement, and with the eye that sees that this thing is important and it is bringing pride and glory to the nation. Therefore, we can only make sure that we are genuine in how we handle our sportsmen.
Absolutely.
We have to be very genuine. Can you imagine when Kenya is supposed to receive maybe a gold medal from an athlete, and then you swindle these people, you make sure that the wrong people go, plus so many other accompany them that are not even supposed to be there. You know those funny things that Kenyans have always done.
Right. Exactly.
From the ministries of even sports. You are carrying a whole family, men with their girlfriends and...
Absolutely.
Yes. Then...
Nothing wrong about
Kenya
girlfriends,
loses.
Really.
Okay. Let me say...
No, I get the joke. I get the series. I get the yes.
So the people that are supposed to receive and bring glory to Kenya are left. Then we are taking jokers and wale watu naweza sema, what is this term? Joyriders.
Joyriders,
and
right.
the people who don't care about Kenya, because when you do such things, it means that you really don't care about Kenya. You care about your interest. So time for self-interest is out. Time for joking with Kenya is out. Time for joking with our children that are talented in different abilities of sports are out. We must be very serious.
This is proving that it's possible for us to lift the cup.
Yes, it's possible. We have seen it.
Algeria
when the
is there.
president showed interest in our players,
right.
Look at the results we have obtained.
Right.
Wonderful.
Algeria is there, don't forget. Senegal is there. Oh, Morocco was there. Okay.
But we beat them.
Yes.
And again, let me tell you, I loved the fact that it's not that Morocco is not a strong team.
By the way, Morocco is the best. It is ranked as the best performing team in the history of CHAN. But the CHAN means African Nation Champions. Yeah?
Yes.
So in the history of CHAN, Morocco is ranked as the best.
They have always been playing even in the international games.
I understand why Benny
been
McCarthy
there.
almost shed tears. You heard the way he was talking. He was the coach. He was like, I just can't believe this. You know, it's quite an achievement.
It is. Imagine being put to play with such giants.
Right.
And then you end up doing better than they have done.
Okay.
And I'm even glad that they were put to play with the giants because, you know, the bar was lifted so high that if Kenya could work together with teams like Morocco and win, then it means that Kenya is a twin brother or a twin sister to Morocco. Because imagine if you can beat a giant, then it means that you are also a giant. So Kenya is a giant, but has been not just Kenya has been not a sleeping giant.
Wasted giant.
Wasted giant. Yes, by the cartels.
Sabotaged giant.
Sabotaged giant.
Yes.
Kenya is. And Kenya, we are very grateful. You've done us proud. And we are praying that even in the next game
against Zambia. Let's talk about the player number 12. That is the fan. The fan has done a good job, but this breaking of gates, I mean, do we just go crazy? There's something that must be said. The fans of Kenya have done a very good job. I mean, the coach said it. Oh my, if it were not for the fans, we could not be here. But how could we come down with a gate? Kasarani gate came down. You know, were we trying to storm the parliament?
No, let me ask you. You see, what happens when you do very well? You get so excited. So this is something that we have been praying for all the time. Something that Kenyans have always wanted. Where are we in the football match? Where are we where are we placed?
Yes.
So when good comes, sometimes you can just be overwhelmed, but with excitement.
Have you had the privilege of attending the games?
No, I attend online.
I was to attend on Sunday, but because of church, I'm one person who would have, I don't know, I've had so many people have attended ticketlessly, but somebody who had a ticket genuinely wanted to give me her ticket because of church on Sunday. But because of church, I just couldn't make it on time. By the time I was done, if it was at 7, I assure you I would have been in the game. But then there is fines, 2 fines have come through. Fine number 1, the match against Angola. Tulifanya ile kitu. Was it? Then,
Yes.
was it the match against Congo or the match against Angola? We were fined, was it 3.5 million?
Yes.
Then, second game, we were fined even higher. And then people were even outside the stadium. There were more people outside the stadium than outside. And then the policemen did that thing with tear gas. Boom. And this shocked the African nations because they said they are going to add the fine because of that. In the next game, it should not go beyond 60% capacity. It should be 27,000. Are you seeing this being met? Because they could not stop that Ngomongo roundabout issue. So many people are coming through. What waliingia bila ticket? You know, people thought that they can just go in, and for real they did it. Waliskuma gate. And there was no chair without anyone sitting on it. And so, and you know the threat here? The danger is that if by any chance we don't meet the recommendations, our next games zitapelekwa TZ ama UG.
No, I just love my people. Kenyan sound is very amazing.
What should the police do? I mean, because now KFF wamekuwa fined mara mbili. What should the police do? Are we just, what should they do? I mean, watu wanapenda mpira.
Yes.
But now these recommendations, we don't want easy games zikipelekwa TZ, oh my God. Ama zipelekwe UG.
No, I thank God that
yes,
there's been a lot of sensitization on the decorum we're supposed to use.
Right.
You know, we've never even had such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came, first of all, we must appreciate the fact that we were excited about it.
Right.
Remember, even the president was out and telling us, come out, let us come and support our people. So we responded to the call of the president.
Yes.
And again, now, I want to believe that there was not a lot of sensitization on how we are supposed to carry out ourselves. But now with the fines, we have known, you get.
Yeah.
And that's why you get that the government is doing so much to make sure that at least the standards are met. And now what do you do to the other overflow? Make sure that you have put spots for them to come and watch.
I've
the
heard
games.
that there is going to be something at Uhuru Park.
Not just
at
Uhuru, so many
Dandora
places.
Stadium.
Yes.
They'll be putting large screens or something?
Yes, they'll be putting large screens. And remember, in Kenya,
Right.
it is not all the times that people go out to watch match lives. Sometimes we just do kwa TV, and this is what they have done. Do you know that even when we watch international games, sometimes Kenyans just converge in joints? Yeah.
Do you know that before the Kenya-Zambia game, Man U and Arsenal will be playing? So we don't know whether there will be more people watching Arsenal, Man U or Kenya-Zambia.
No, we will watch home.
I'm telling you, you
Home
would
first.
be surprised how Kenya has a lot of Arsenal, Man U fans. But the good thing is that hiyo game inafaa ishe kabla ya Kenya na Tanzania, na Zambia, just before it begins or something like that.
Tutakuwa tuna watch mbili, unaangalia huku, lakini kabisa
Right.
roho itakuwa Kenya. Yes,
Right.
your people, our people. Yes, Kenya for, you know.
Yeah.
It is our pride. Harambee Stars, we are very grateful.
Yeah, we are.
love you, and we just
The
pray that
Gen
you
Zs are
keep
now
the
saying
spirit up.
along Lilo. I don't know whether that word came from. Along Lilo. You heard that word?
Long Lilo.
Yes.
What is that? Because
There's something moving around.
it
Along
doesn't
Lilo.
mean very well.
No, it means long life. It came something like that because I've been hearing them shouting, along Lilo, you know. Aro instead of alo, then they say something like along Lilo. So, along Lilo, Harambee Stars.
Yes, our Harambee Stars.
Yes, our Harambee Stars.
They are for sure stars.
Yeah,
They
it
are
makes
stars.
us feel like East Africa is one. You know, we have been through a lot of politics. Look at what has been happening in the past few months with the Gen Z demonstrations, Gen Z-led demonstrations and all that. This is one time where people are now coming together. There has been a little bit of push and pull between Kenyans and Tanzanians on a few fronts, especially with the issue of human rights and all that. Now suddenly we are coming together. Someone should sing that song. Do you know how to sing it? E Mungu twaomba
You like that song?
You know it. You know the song?
The East African
Anthem. How does it go?
Yeah.
E Mungu twaomba Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, something like that. It's amazing that our alphas and Gen Zs can sing that song very well. But I was taught this song by one young lady in grade 9. I should go back for the lesson because I was telling them, in my generation, we used not to sing that song.
Yes.
Yeah, but now I can sing it. I'll sing it in the next show. Because I may mess here. It begins, Mungu tuomba, uilinde, jumuiya, Afrika Mashariki. Tuwezeshe tuishi kwa umoja. Tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde. Tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni idumu jumuiya. Something like that.
Let me clap for you. You have tried.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least you know the words. At least you know
What will happen
the
if
spirit
the
of the
finals
song.
is between Kenya and Uganda or Kenya and Tanzania? You know, we are looking at scenarios. Let's say Algeria and Senegal are out, because many people say those are very two tough teams. And Sudan proves to be very good now. And then we end up in the finals, Kenya versus Uganda or Kenya versus Tanzania. Obviously, the cup will remain in East Africa if it reaches there. We hope for the best. We pray for the best. Now, devolution has been happening, the devolution conference. Yeah, come on, Maureen, tell me, where has this been happening at?
The conference. The
Yes.
conference is being held in Homa Bay.
Right,
Yeah, and prior to that,
right.
Homa Bay is privileged to be having a very big stadium. Inaitwa Raila Odinga.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is where they are hosting it.
Okay.
And,
Oh, it's not in a university.
No,
Okay.
they are at the stadium,
Okay.
and they are doing well. They are doing well.
It started on Tuesday.
Yes.
This week?
Tuesday this week, and it was officially niseme opened
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Oh, yesterday
So,
by the president.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is still running, ending on Friday.
We are going to discuss a few things about the president, what the president said, especially on the issues of corruption. You remember that? But before we go in there, let us talk about Homa Bay. Homa Bay seems to be swinging between two ends, two extremes. Homa Bay has had a very good Madaraka Day celebration this year. Homa Bay is now holding the devolution conference.
Yes.
But then you remember the issue of Albert Ojwang from Homa Bay, Ongondo Were from Homa Bay. Is it that Homa Bay is, you know, hot and cold at the same time? What's coming up? Do we have really good two extremes pushing up in Homa Bay? Homa Bay seems to be doing the best in the land and the worst, sort of, you know, because that Albert Ojwang issue and then Ongondo Were issue, very serious issues.
I don't know where to start from, but I'll try and first of all,
Yeah, in 2
recognize
minutes.
the fact that Homa Bay is led by a female or
Right.
a woman, and you can imagine the governance or the leadership of a woman.
Right.
Yes, we always know, it is for a fact, in our families where a mother chooses to be a mother, things always happen differently. So I would attribute it first to the fact that Mama Wanga is so concerned about the social issues about his people, her people.
Right.
And that is why you see her work so hard to make sure that he gets quite a lot of good things, goodies
Right.
for her people.
Yeah.
I
I'm about
personally
to-
don't come from Homa Bay. I come from Siaya, and then I'm married in Kisii.
Okay.
But I just admire her leadership. She has the heart of people.
Fine.
She really cares, and that is why you have seen a poll.
980384 is the number you can engage us on. And our sign language interpreter today is Gideon Minor. And I have a guest, Maureen Okal, director, Smile na Toto. Feel free to engage with me on Blind Jonas Simba, Facebook, and TikTok. Maureen, we are talking about devolution and corruption. It's happening in Homa Bay. Of course, not the corruption, but the devolution conference. The president went ahead yesterday and spoke about the issue of committees of parliament, asking the executive for bribes to come up with friendly reports, to come up with reports that are not truthful, reports that look clean. Yeah, that is what the president said. Maureen.
Yes.
Corruption. New in devolution?
When the nation decided to devolve power to our regions, the spirit of doing that was so that everybody would be included in sharing of the national cake. But unfortunately, it was accompanied by corruption. We have had reports, Auditor General giving us reports about how money has been spent or not spent in the counties. And we have also seen how even job opportunities are given out in counties. We have seen how people, the governors and their families, have been amassing wealth from the counties. We have seen how MCAs, when you are not opening up the door for corruption, then they can sit and just say that this governor, lazima tutamtoa. Impeachments left, right, and center.
Right.
So this has been a very big threat to devolution.
Right.
And what you're saying is very true, because I also heard the president say the same, akiwa pale Homa Bay, that the governors or the people charged with taking charge of the public funds,
right,
come and now ask for committees to be friendly to them. President alisema ati they turn their eye against what they're supposed to be facing and giving clean reports on.
Yeah.
That is silencing questions that can be asked, sanitizing them so that they come out to be very clean.
Right.
But at the same time, the truth is that they're not performing as would have been wished by the people that sat to make sure that that devolution is real devolution. So this is a problem, and allow me to blame two people here for this thing.
Right.
One, I will blame the voter, the mwananchi ambaye this devolution was intended for.
Okay.
And I'll also blame the leader. And the bigger part of the blame, I'll give it to the mwananchi.
Why?
Because this is, okay, I was telling you because reason to this is I have the power. For every general election that comes, I have the power to elect a leader that will take good care of me. But the moment I stop looking at the core issues, the values that should make this thing happen, then I just randomly choose ile ya piki ponki. You remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way,
you come, you appeal to me, you give me false promises, or you tell me your false agenda.
Yeah.
Because you have learned me. You've known that I'm Kenyan. By the way, let me tell you something about my brothers and sisters. That is Kenyans. Kenyans have very high affinity for money.
True.
Yes. And sometimes I look at us and I'm thinking, were we the sons of this man in the Bible called Esau?
Yeah.
Eso did not care about his birthright.
One person was
very
telling
careless.
One person was telling me yesterday that Harambee Stars has not been performing well because of the motivation of pay. The moment the president has mentioned the millions, believe it or not, the cap is coming.
Which is true. Remember,
Yeah.
as we were discussing that, let me just be quick on this.
Yeah.
These people have been denied the opportunity to have the money,
Yeah.
and again, the opportunity to perform, so that this becomes a source of income. You earn from your talent, you get,
Yeah. Yeah.
by the cartels. So they find somebody who tells them, if you perform well, then I'm going to make sure that each of you carries home some cash.
Yeah.
What should you do?
You work hard.
You'll work hard because one, you have been given the opportunity. That's why I was telling you that I thank God for McCarthy, because he went for the best people. So it means that this is a rightful player. This is a capable player.
Let me remind you, just before you proceed.
Yes.
Just when devolution started, when was the first time the new constitution was tested on devolution? Was it during the Jubilee government?
Yes.
Yeah, when Uhuru Kenyatta's government came in. It's amazing that when you went to the counties, Bungoma, Kitale, Busia, Garissa, Mandera, it was like overnight. Suddenly there were roads in the counties. Suddenly there was a big change. You could see development. It means that the engineers of that devolution idea envisioned a situation where the people in the counties who know exactly what they need come up with the projects that they need and they implement it. And guess what? It happened like magic. Many of the roads you see in the counties right now were courtesy of devolution. Many of these projects that have come up, courtesy of devolution. Does it mean that suddenly we've started losing it somewhere? And then there started being a push and pull between the executive and the leadership in the counties, especially on issues like the road money, you remember? Yeah, the president wants the road money, the formation of roads, to go back to the national kitty. And the issue of doctors goes without saying. The doctors did not just want to be devolved. They wanted to stay. They had a reason. So there's been that push and pull. Who wants to come down to the county and who wants to stay in the nation? But the truth is that the devolution itself, didn't it work?
Devolution has worked, just like you are saying.
Yeah.
The first time it was tested, I would say that the spirit of the people that began was very right. Then they work, and then at some point, the people that now are predecessors, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, when they come after them, unafika unapata barabara ilishatengenezwa maybe from this place to this place. So you have no work to do. You know, the ones that began, they had a responsibility.
Oparanya did a very good job in Kakamega, it is said.
Yes, and let me
so
also
did
tell
many
you.
others. Yes.
As we talk, my husband is in Homa Bay.
Okay.
He attended the conference.
Okay.
And he told me that it is not very easy for him to go and get somewhere to sleep when he can just come from Kisii to Homa Bay. And then at first, before he went there, he was afraid of how the roads would be. But he told me that he was shocked that in less than 1 hour, he was able to travel from Kisii to Homa Bay.
I know
because
that
of the wonderful roads.
I've traveled that road. I know it courtesy of devolution.
It was courtesy of devolution.
That's the story for Kakamega. It is said that when Oparanya came in, Kakamega just changed. Have you been to Kakamega?
Yes, I studied in Kakamega. I was at Masinde Muliro University.
There's also an argument that issues of corruption must have come in after Oparanya. That is for Kakamega to state. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they seem to complain of slow growth in Kakamega and all that. Yes. Yeah, but that is for someone from Kakamega to come to this show and probably state and tell us the truth about Kakamega. But the issue is just that road in Kisii, just that road in Kakamega, the road in Bungoma, you know, these are courtesy of devolution.
Yes, so that's why I was telling you that devolution we've gained so much from devolution.
Right.
But the wonder is, going forward, what happens? Because it looks like a lot was done when it started. Then going forward, the people that came after, the predecessors, wakakuja wakapata, so much has been done. Therefore, it is our time to now start doing what? Start eating. Because after you have built the roads, if you did a proper job,
Right.
the only thing you'll do to the roads is to do maintenance. After you've done the hospital structures, I mean the houses, the offices, the
Right.
predecessor, yeye akikuja anafanya kazi gani? So pale ndio wanakuja wanapata hiyo nafasi ya kwanza kuchezea wananchi. Remember that it is in these very governments, because before then, even the issue of ghost workers was not as it is today, because they were so keen. These things would be followed up.
Yeah.
No governor had money to waste, because there was a lot, when devolution started, there was a lot that needed to be done.
Does that mean that all these counties have ghost workers?
Yes, we have had the reports of the same. Ghost workers everywhere.
Okay.
But remember that these ghost workers, they have to be paid. That is on a recurrent expenditure.
And that
So when you
in,
pay salaries to people that do not exist.
yeah, and that brings in the issue number 2, because when the controller of budget, the auditor general are doing those reports, there's always that percentage. It is said that many of these counties have gone beyond what they need to use for recurrent expenditure. They have gone into the development money. You know, there is a according to the law, there is a percentage for development.
Yes.
They're not supposed to touch on that money for development. But many of them have used the development money to pay salaries, to do recurrent expenditure. And that's where now the issue of reporting comes in. You do a favorable report, so that maybe when the Auditor General is doing their reports and all that, you know, you are on the good side of the law.
Let me tell you, Mr. Jonah,
Right.
I am getting what you're saying and wanting to answer to it.
Right.
There's also been a problem. The problem has been in the remittance of the money that is always supposed to go to the counties.
Right.
Because when a report is given out,
Timely
sometimes
timely disbursement of funds.
yes, sometimes the auditor the Auditor General tells us that
Yes.
money was returned, or money for development was used to do other duties.
Right.
You get.
Right.
Then we also have to blame the national government for retaining this money for so long, such that the governor does not have any other place to get the resources to enable him or her to fund the projects that are supposed to be done there. So if it can happen that when it is time to give county monies, then all the monies are put there and are taken there at the right time. Then I don't think if the governor will have to put his hand on money that is not supposed to be used. Remember that county staff sometimes can even go for 3-4 months. They have not been paid. So what option does the governor have? So, and when such gaps are left, that is where you realize that as they are using these monies, sometimes they even go overboard and use it for what is personal.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Then,
that is where now the monies are swindled.
yeah, and then there's the issue of pending bills. I don't know if you've come across the engineers, especially the
Yes.
contractors. Many of them are so, they get anxious to work with a county government. They'll just tell you no. Or they'll tell you no, you know, they take too long to pay. You will work and you'll not be paid, and they've put in so much money. Of course, a few weeks ago, there was a payment to many of the engineers, and thanks to that, we saw engines again coming to life. You know, we saw the roads again getting, the caterpillars on the roads, and again we were looking like a construction site. But it is said that many of that was from pending bills. It's an arrangement they got into, you know, where the government decided to clear some of those bills so that these people can finish some of these projects. Of course, pending bills is a big issue. And it is said that many of these monies for development that's supposed to be paid to them, they just don't pay.
That is very true. And
People don't enjoy doing business with counties nowadays.
This takes us back to the very issue I'm talking about. Before any other thing, any activity, any development, any plan is made in the county government.
Right.
The MCAs and the governors sit and agree and they do a county budget.
Yeah.
And we know that they have a place for on revenue and there is a place for national portion.
Yeah, on source, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that the government has not released money to them.
Yeah.
And you have all these projects to be done. You have the engineers, you have the workers in the county to pay. You have so much that is supposed to go on. From where do you pay? That is why at the end of the year, you get that people are complaining, contractors are complaining. We did work, you did not pay us. So a fiscal year is closed, but closed with a lot of pending bills to be done.
Yeah.
So tell me, who is supposed to be blamed here? It is the national government. Because the government...
Do you think the president has a truth in what he's saying, that many of these committees that are bringing reports about counties and committees of that nature, they ask for bribes from the executive? Do you think there's a truth in that?
For the president to say?
Yeah, he said they ask for bribes for favorable reports. Of course, there are many issues going on in counties that you need to report on. And many of these reports touch on the Auditor General, the Controller of Budget. You saw what happened in Kiambu. Of course, I brought in here a lady who used to work at the same time Ferdinand Waititu was governor. And she spoke of, the happenings in Kiambu at that time. It means there is a lot that happens in the process of, especially infrastructure. There is quite a lot that takes place in that scenario. Don't you think the president has a truth?
Let me tell you, we are talking not just about anybody here. We are talking about the president of the nation.
Right.
So for him to say such a thing, remember he receives intelligence.
Right.
So he knows, he's aware, and we can believe him that he's saying the truth.
Right.
Maybe some of these people have come out and have said that, no, you tried to ask me for money so that I could keep silent on this. And remember, Kenya is a very funny place. I keep saying, and I'm repeating again.
Okay.
Kenyans have very high affinity for money.
Okay.
To an extent.
You included.
Yes,
okay.
me
Let
included.
me spare you.
I know, there's no problem.
Right.
But now, after I've known that I have high affinity for money,
Right.
the question is, what am I supposed to do so that money does not take away me? Because you see, you can have very high affinity for money, that this money at least, whatever you have high affinity for, kills you.
Does that mean that many of us are not selfless enough when it comes to money?
That is what I'm saying. We are not selfless enough. So you easily sell out what is of a better gain, a bigger gain, to something that is very small. And that's why I keep saying that Kenyan leaders, we are very small. Because we are only thinking about what I can gain. We never think for the whole nation. Let me ask you, Mr. Jonah.
Right.
What does it benefit me as a governor? Nimeenda nimepora mali ya Kenya, na kuja na kuambia in the committee, write a good report about me. And money that was supposed to save a whole county, imepotea hivyo. We have seen corrupt cases zikitolewa pale kwa counties. You get?
Right.
Somebody just swindles pesa enye inafaa kuserve a whole nation. Simply because I've pocketed a few millions in my pocket. You get what I mean?
Right.
Then this makes me tell you that the leaders that we have in Kenya, they are so small.
Of course, there's
And
always...
again,
Right.
just sorry for interfering.
No problem.
I blame the people themselves. Because, like today in Kenya, do you know why there was a Gen Z-led protest? That means that our children, the nation was watching. What is it that you have put in that budget?
Okay.
What is this that you want to bring us? Before you bring it, we have to scrutinize and return it and tell you that this is what we think, because Kenya, remember, we have been given power, their public participation.
Yeah.
So the people do not even attend these conferences. They don't attend these meetings. They don't know what is there. Wanakuja kushtukia, oh, this kind of money was lost. Juzi. Out under e-citizen.
Right.
Tuliambiwa pesa ngapi ilikuja kupotea pale. Haieleweki ilienda wapi, ilikuwa aje.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So I'm telling you that Kenyans have very high affinity for money. But it is destructive because we lose so much by taking very little.
Are you Christian?
Yes, I am.
Is there anything in the Christian religion about the love of money?
Yes.
It's the root of
Actually,
something?
the Bible says that the love of money is the root cause of all evil.
And in this case, we are looking at evils like tribalism, marginalization within counties. There is always a push and pull. It's all about money. Is this why we scramble for leadership? By the way, I got feedback from Transoya, from a few people on ground, and they were telling me they are seeing much development under George Natembea. I have friends who are working within the previous administration of Chris Kaemba, and they were doing a good job. But right now, these people are saying they are seeing more progress than before. That begs the question, is there some kind of benchmark for development in a county where you can be able to tell that this governor is working and this governor is not working? Because I'm receiving reports from different counties, including Machakos, people working with Governor Wavinyandeti. Yeah, reports about...
And even Maureen does very well.
Yeah, yeah. And there is always this thing of we are working better now than before or worse now than before. What should be the threshold? What should be the pointer that this governor is working, or this administration of this governor is working and this one is not working?
Mr. Jonah, just very quickly.
Right.
We have structures of governance. We have the governor who should be working very, very closely with the MCAs. The MCAs offer the oversight.
Right.
At the county level, they offer the oversight role.
Right.
Same is done by the Senate. Then after that, all these people, they're supposed to serve the people themselves. You get it?
Right.
So when these people are working together and Mwananchi is not in the picture, what do you think will happen? I'll be doing my own things as a governor because I know watu wangu wamelala.
Right.
So that's why I'm telling you that for a county to work well, that county, the people of that county must have their eyes open and show the governor that we are concerned.
So are you okay with what happened in Meru with Mama?
Oh yeah, the Mama Kawera.
Yes. Or that was a push between county executive and MCAs, because there's also been an issue of MCAs holding governors, right?
Was kicked out by the strong men. I would say that it was very political. It was because she was not giving room for money or for resources to be swindled out of Meru.
Perfect.
Country.
We have to close it there, believe it or not. Maureen Okal, director, Smile na Toto. We'll continue talking. By the way, I told you I'm bringing you into this room, away from the treasures, the motivational room. I'm bringing you into this room of politics so that we shed a bit more light on this. That has been Politics Today. Give us your views on devolution and corruption, 0111980384. You can follow us on Science TV on YouTube. Our sign language interpreter has been Gideon Minor. See you next week on Politics Today. Bye-bye.